Hello, hello. I am Ask Indigo, and you're watching me on the Small Business Network. Thank you for tuning in. And today is a episode of Healing the Mind, Body, and Spirit. We're not perfect. We're all going through things. We're all experiencing life as it may be. Um, but no one ever really tells us how to go through a healing process. I call it a purge, um, mindful meditation, spiritual awakening, the dark night of the soul. Um, Healing can be look like an experience in a lot of different ways. Um, when it comes to establishing your pain, first off, to even realize that you have a problem that needs to be healed is like one of the biggest things that I think play a role with anyone, to be able to see that you have a problem and realize that somewhere in this problem there needs to be a reset, a healing moment, a fix. A lot of people who are dealing with stagnation, um, or struggle with just going through a healing process, a lot of the time they don't even realize they need to have a healing process. A lot of us tend to walk around and think that, we're okay, we're fine. And the world will literally be throwing nothing but, like, knives and anchors and all kinds of things towards you. And you're kind of just carrying it on your back. Okay, I'm just going to put this on my back and keep going. I'm fine. The well-known word, I'm fine. Um, but are you really fine? A lot of us go through life thinking that we're okay, and that we can just put the pain on us like a suit of armor, and it's easier said than done. um Acknowledging that you have pain, acknowledging that you have a problem, acknowledging that something needs to be fixed is a big role in our lives, because we wear this mask like we are perfect and we never have any issues, and we're always the person like that everyone wants to come to. We're the person that everyone has to get advice from. We're the people that, s- we know it all, we got it all, we can do it all, but we never really express to others when we're broken, when we're in pain, when we're struggling and we're having a hard time dealing with what's broken inside of us. To say that I'm broken and to respond to the brokenness are two different things, because you can be broken and acknowledge that you're broken and acknowledge that you need something to heal you, or need some kind of meditation, um, motivation, spiritual uplifting. That takes a lot, because to say we're vulnerable, first off, is a big thing. A lot of us don't want to and be looked at like we're weak and we can't do things on our own, because we can. It's just that um, expression of pain or expression of brokenness is hard to talk about. Like, I'm a person who I dealt with not dealing with being broken for so long in my life that I had put my personal wants, needs, and feelings to the back burner. And I became like this stepping mat for others to kind of use and abuse me, because I wasn't expressing or talking about what was broken inside of me. Um, and because I had chose to go so long without expressing that I was broken, that I was expressing that I needed some kind of healing, or that I was experiencing something that wasn't well inside of me, was like such a big thing, because I didn't want others to know that I wasn't perfect and I did have problems. And, I didn't know how to handle these issues. And for a very long time, I avoided like seeking therapy. I avoided reaching out to others that could help me, because I was fearful of how they would look at me. And that's like one of the biggest things. Like, people don't seek help because they're afraid of what others will think about them, or what others might say about them. And who cares? Like, none of us is perfect. None of us is experiencing the perfect things in our lives. But to say that you're broken and you need some help, that's like the first step. Admitting things are not going well. I can use a little bit of help, and I'm seeking, that attention from others that I feel like have a better understanding in those areas than myself. So, embracing your pain, discuss the significance, and accepting pain, the first step towards healing. Yes, when you can accept that you're not okay, when you can accept that, mentally, physically, emotionally, you're not stable. You can't think clear, you can't focus, you can't function, you can't think for yourself. Um, those are clear signs that something's not okay. First off, if you're going every day and you get up and you're trying to do your daily routine and you're struggling, you're tired and you're weak and you're out of it and you can't focus your mind and you can't get your words right and you can't get your thoughts right, what are you struggling with personally? Because there's a lot of clutter and there's very minimal focus. Um, I could definitely vouch for that because I deal with 99.9% problems on a regular basis. And so my biggest thing is expressing um, my pain. I've got so used to not telling someone when I'm not okay that now I have a big tendency to always say, I'm not okay. I'm not feeling the greatest. My mental is not in the right spot today. I'm not in the greatest of moods. I don't want to be bothered. I'm moody. Um, and that kind of helps others to understand when you're not okay and when you are focusing on yourself, your self-care, your self-love, your acceptance. So those are big roles. Now, I would say one of my personal stories for me when it comes to transformation is I had hit rock bottom, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And I didn't know how to get myself out of this mindset of nothing was going to get better. Um, Nothing was coming to me the way I needed it to come to me. I wasn't having the support that I needed. And life had got so rock bottom for me that I felt like I was being tied down to the bottom, like I was anchored down to this nasty, dark part of the world, the soul. um, Talking about pain and embracing pain for me has been a lot of different things. For I've been having to forgive others that really don't deserve forgiving, but I'm not so much of doing forgiving for others. I'm doing more forgiving for myself. Because if you don't forgive, you will never be able to heal. And then you cannot expect others to forgive you when you don't know how to forgive in the first place. Forgiveness is a big thing when it comes to healing because I experienced a lot of different areas of my life from verbal, physical, emotional abuse. I experienced some minimal sexual abuse at a young age until adulthood. And when I started to really realize what abuse was verbally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, I started to pull my energy back from everyone and recenter myself to understand what is it exactly that I needed. Like I knew that I just needed a whole all around purge. My mind, my spirit, my body, how I was feeling, what I was eating. Like I was putting trash in my body. I wasn't really caring about what I was doing and I wasn't really caring about the people I had around me. And then, when you start to put yourself in a predicament where like the people are bad and the food's bad and the environment's bad and the way that everyone talks is bad, like you start to live this very toxic lifestyle. And when you're trying to heal, you have to give yourself that time to first get away from everyone. Um, Give yourself that free time, that free space to kind of recalibrate yourself and say, okay, well, my mental capacity is struggling, my physical capacity is struggling, my spiritual capacity is struggling. Where do I get started? Um, I a five a 30 60 90 is a good way to start when it comes to reconstructing your life. So 30 60 90 is basically how do you picture your first 30 days of life? How do you picture your 60 days of life and then your 90 days of life? Break it down. Start to look at things in your life that serve no purpose and have no place. Um and that goes for everything in your surroundings, people, habits, the way you eat, the way you participate in group settings. Like your mindset has to change. If you want to heal your mind, body, and soul, you have to heal everything. Purge. You have to purge food, people, places, things, mindset, the way you speak, the way you see things plays a role in having to go through this healing process. Like if you're around a bunch of people that are constantly talking about toxic and drama and abuse and craziness and hurting people, that's going to put you in a really bad mind state. If you're listening to music all the time that is very negative, low vibrational, aggressive, that'll put you in a negative mind state. If you're around people who are negative all the time, talking negative, reacting negative, are very abusive, that will affect you as well. You have to be willing to clean your environment and push things that no longer serve its purpose in your life. So if you're trying to purge all these bad habits out of your life, you have to start replacing them with a 30, 60, 90, a 3-month plan of how are you planning on reconstructing your life, from the foods you eat to the people you hang out with to the things you watch, listen, read, um, even people you talk to on a regular basis. Like all of that needs to change if you're planning on changing and purging the dark night of the soul. And when I say the dark night of the soul, the dark night of the soul is just when the old version of you no longer has space to be there anymore, and you're now trying to enter into this new way of living, being, breathing, expressing. Like your old baggage ready to be packed up and thrown away, and the new baggage has to come in. Now what are you willing to unpack? That's a new version of yourself. You've gone, you bought yourself your new clothes and your new shoes, your new products, but what does this new version of you say? um you know, when we're healing and embracing pain, trauma, drama, PTSD, first putting in the forefront. So writing out your script of like who you are and what you got going on. So normally I like to do this with my patients when I say, I want you to first do three things. The first thing is to write a script. Write a script about your life, what you've experienced, what you've gone through with others. Express it in detail. Talk about what you went through. Then you're going to reconstruct what you just wrote into a script, as if you're a producer writing a movie about your life. So you're going to take the same thing that you just wrote and reconstruct it as if you're a producer going to create a film about your life. And then after you reconstruct it, then you're going to play your role. What happened in your life? The only person that could dictate your life and what you went through is you. The only person that can explain your story is you. And so the only person that understands the pain that you went through is you. But a lot of the time we struggle to understand what this pain is because we need to see it. Write it out. Write out your story. What did you go through? What did you experience? Who did what to you? Where did they take you? What did they didn't take you? Like you have to write it all down because you have to see it. And then place yourself in that story. Because if no one plays your part in your life, then who's playing the part in your life if it's not you? I'm gonna let you think about that for a second. If you're not the one playing the role called your life, then who's playing the role of your life other than you? You have to take responsibility for everything that happens in your life, whether it's good or bad. Other people in your life also have to play a role. But a lot of the time when we struggle to heal pain or struggle to get past karma or to finally forgive and let go of things that have hurt us and left us in this stagnant feeling, is because we struggle to see what really happens or what the true story is, or what needs to be healed, because you got to call it out. You have to call it out. So, and I would write a story for for everyone. So if we're writing a story about yourself and you want to see the problems and the flaws that are going on in your life, write it out, and then start to notice the repetitive words that you're writing. So my cousin was abusive and she treated me some type of way, and that stayed with me forever. Okay, but in this whole system, where did you play fault in whatever this situation is? What did you do? What did you say? How did you react? How did you respond? When you can start to put yourself in your part, in your role of your story, you can start to see the problems, and you can start to see who caused the problems, why the problems got there, when did they get there, why were they caused, and how they need to be fixed. And if a lot of the problem is you, then you need a lot of work. Then that means you need to look in the mirror and you need to say, okay, so how do I heal? How do I heal abandonment? Okay, well, you can't heal what somebody past did to you, but you can heal now that you're old enough to say, I had no control when I was a child. I had no control as a teenager. I had no control when I was in whatever the predicament was, but you're not in that predicament anymore. Hopefully, a lot of you are not in that predicament anymore. So if you're out of that predicament, you can finally say, like, I didn't have control of this situation, or didn't have control of whatever was going on at that time, but now I have control. So now, first off, I'm going to hug myself and give myself love that I needed because I wasn't receiving it. And then I'm going to um allow myself to break free from those feelings that were keeping me stuck in that stuck mindset of I couldn't heal, or I couldn't move forward, or I couldn't um speak up on things that needed to be spoken up on. So I was a child that grew up in a family where I wasn't allowed to speak on things that were happening at the house, and I wasn't allowed to speak up on things that were happening to me or how I was feeling. And so for a long time I held this feeling of um isolation, rejection, abuse in a lot of different ways, mentally, physically, emotionally. I feel like I was being abused in a lot of these different ways. And at the time, I didn't know what abuse was. Now that I'm older, I can understand that I did experience verbal abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse. Um, as I got older, sexual abuse. Um, and it was hard for me to like look at these people or look at the situation and not have resentment or frustration or anger or bitterness or hatred towards a lot of people in my life. And now that I'm older and I look back at it, I used to get on myself about these situations, and now I kind of like tell myself, I protected and I'm safe and I'm not in those situations anymore. And you know it has grown me to become the person that I am now. And now I'm old enough to understand that what I went through had nothing to do with me, and had everything to do with the broken that was around me. Um, and for a long time, I was very silent about the things that I was experiencing. I was very silent about the things that I was seeing on a regular basis, because I was afraid. I was afraid for a lot of different reasons. Like when you're dealing with brokenness, or you're dealing with pain, or you're dealing with fear of just anything in your life, you tend to shut down and not express what you're feeling out of fear, out of PTSD. And PTSD is just post traumatic stress syndrome. Usually that gets put there when there's a trauma or something that affected you in such a way that your mind struggles to get past it. And so it can cause other problems like anxiety, depression. Um, um, oh gosh, there's another one I can't even think of it right now. But it plays a big role with keeping us stuck and stagnant and not being able to move forward, because we haven't allowed ourselves to release ourselves from pain that we hold on to. Like there's a lot of us who tend to hold on to pain and use it as an anchor to get through life. So like if you're a type of person that's gone through pain and gone through sufferings and trauma, and you haven't learned how to heal from it, you carry it into your future and expect others to like feel bad for you and do for you because of your trauma that you haven't healed from. And that's not always good, because these are the kind of people we call martyrs. These are the kind of people that will come back and be like, I went through something really bad, and I experienced this, that, and the other, but you're not still experiencing it, but you're still trying to hold on to the pain and then use it to anchor for you to get what you want in the future from others. And that's not always a good thing either. When you deal with mindful gratitude and you deal with forgiveness and compassion, it's like mindful gratitude of, you had no control over the things that was happening in your life. And a lot of you are probably going through things right now that you have no control over. But don't focus your mind on the things you have no control over. And because you have no control, there's nothing you could do about it. Only focus your mind on the things that you know you have control over and that you know you can make a change on. And when you can start to tackle all the things that you have control over, it will open a doorway for other areas that you feel you might be stuck from. So, whoa, I don't know what that was, and I hope you didn't hear it. There was a weird scream in the background. Somebody probably needs some healing. Um, Connection and support. Like when you know that you're not mentally stable or you're not mentally um feeling your greatest, you need to have a group of people that you know you come to as your support team. Like I deal with depression, and I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. I dealt with depression my entire life. I come from a family of abuse and addiction. And then we are also a group of people that don't talk about our feelings and don't express them on a regular basis. And so I try to break out of that that mindset of not speaking about what my pain was or not expressing what my pain was, um and not expressing what my depression was, because depression and non-healing go hand in hand when it comes to mental blockages. Like if you're dealing with depression and you're not dealing with stagnant drama, it tends to put you in a mindset of you can't do anything, you can't move forward, you can't heal, you can't break free from brokenness, stagnation. Not healing does not allow you to break free from being stagnant. You need to heal. The best way to heal is meditation, prayer, music, dancing, painting, drawing, sculpting, opening up a business. When you can get your mind off the things that keep you stuck in this low vibration, that keep you stuck in this painful cycle of remembering and revisiting the trauma, then it's going to constantly keep you in this phase of not allowing yourself to build dreams, build goals, start a career, communicate with others, connect with others. Being stagnant and not healing because you're not refocusing your mind to something different is going to put a lot of blocks in your life. So at 222, as I'm saying that, I'm normally known for the tarot because I'm the tarot queen. So I also feel like with the energy right now, and it comes to healing, I'm going to actually pull from a deck because I feel like the collective right now is going through something that needs to be purged. Like a lot of us are going through some kind of like level up. A lot of us are going through some kind of like out with the old, in with the new. Healing plays a big role with like letting go of people that no longer serve purpose in your life. So if you have people around you who are not wanting you to change an old cycle so that you become a new, more healed version of yourself, um these people will definitely get in your way and not allow you to move forward. So the energy, yeah, like wisdom, like healing allows you to have some kind of wisdom. It opens you up and allows you to break free from stagnation, allows you to have more visions, to think more clearly, um, to receive more blessings. I feel that those of you that are trying to go through some kind of a healing process, you're being guided by spirits, by angels. A lot of you might be feeling like you have to meditate more, pray more, change eating habits. A lot of you are having to give yourself a little bit more self-love. This is enlightenment. So a lot of you are knowing a lot of you know that you need to go through some kind of a healing, purging, praying process. Things are going to start to come in for you guys when you start to allow yourself to go through whatever this mindful body and spirit healing purge is like asking you to do. A lot of us are growing. Spirit, mind, body, and soul. The best way to grow and to receive wisdom and enlightenment is write down a goal plan. What do you want to start making changes in your life? How do you want to see these changes happen? Are you creating goals? Are you writing a daily, weekly, or monthly agenda plan? If you're not, I would advise you to start creating an agenda and write down your goals. And definitely start to put on these goals your healing, prayer, meditation, manifestations. What is your manifestation words? What does your soul want? What does your spirit want? What does your mind, body, and heart want? What do you need? A lot of you need to have a vision board right now. I'm being shown like a vision board. So a lot of us in the collective that are trying to go through some kind of mind, body, and spirit transformation instincts, you're definitely being encouraged at this time to definitely create a goal plan. Create a goal plan, create a vision chart. A lot of us are healing. So a lot of us are going to be needing to purge, because the wolf here is also a purge. Like there's a purge happening in the collective. We're being asked to heal. A lot of us are going through some kind of a recovery. A lot of us right now in the collective as well, when it comes to healing, forgiving, and letting go, like if you're coming out of the hospital, I would take time to yourself to not worry about taking care of anybody else but yourself. There's doors opening up for you guys in the collective as well. Mind, body, and spirit. So collective, you guys are definitely going through some kind of a healing phase. When I try to heal, I was just about to say that. When I try to go through a healing process with myself and I'm trying to give myself mental clarity, I tend to dance. So this is saying passion. And it's showing her reading to this man. So a lot of you, if you like to read, if you like to write, I would definitely encourage you to get into hobbies of reading, writing, dancing, making music, doing yoga, meditation. A lot of us are needing right now to go through some kind of a healing process. The benefits of reading and writing or painting when you're trying to go through a healing process is that you start to notice things in your life that need to be changed. So that's why I encourage you guys, and that's why I said in the beginning of this, like to start writing out your stories so that you can see how your life is looking and you can see the red flags, so you can start pointing them out and then start making some necessary changes in your life, because there's a renewal here. So collective, a lot of us are going through a healing process. We're going through a growth spurt. We're going through a level up. A lot of us may be feeling tired at the time. I know I have been feeling tired, and I have been feeling really out of it ever since the solar lunar eclipse. Like our moon cycles are definitely going through some kind of transformation. Our sun is definitely going through some kind of weird transformation as well. So we're getting a lot of level ups. That just means that you're really tired. Your stomachs might be bothering you. So if you're having some gut problems right now, I would definitely expect you to fast right now. Maybe change your eating habits to stop eating so much red meat. Lay back on the junk food and the greasy foods or the spicy foods right now, because a lot of us are going through some major level up. It's a purge. It's a purge. Like our mind, body, and spirit is beginning to get at a level where you're beginning to be on a baseline. So everything is coming to you the way it's supposed to come to you right now, collective. And as long as you keep doing these meditative mantras, these I can, I am, I will, you're healing, you're moving forward. I don't see stagnation in the collective right now, though. I feel like you guys are bossing up and you're definitely in creating mode. There's a lot of creation here for a lot of us that are definitely going through some kind of nourishing of the mind, body, and spirit. We're definitely going through a fasting. We're definitely healing. We're purging. But there's also grief here. So a lot of us, I feel sorry to even say this, but if you had lost someone, take your time right now to heal from that loss. Give yourself time to hug yourself and kiss yourself and pamper yourself and show yourself self-love in this moment of grieving. At the same time, if you're grieving the old version of yourself, um you're allowed to move forward in life and change and become this new, more improved version of yourself. And no one can keep you stagnant and stuck from your past. So if anybody's not allowing you to have whatever this growth is that's coming in, um collective, don't let them make you feel like you can't change and be a new, healed, loving, abundant, more version of yourself. Like I said, collective, you are, if this is vanity and upside down. You have others around you that don't want to see you grow, that don't like the fact that you're growing and becoming this renewed version of yourself. Because you pray a lot, it's allowing for you to receive blessings and abundance. So collective, when it comes to your mind, body, and spirit going through some kind of healing transformation, um and you're learning how to purge from negative thoughts, feelings, emotions, words. So if you're a person who downs yourself and gets on yourself on a negative way, stop that. Change the way you speak to I can, I am, and I will. I can do whatever I put my mind to. I am abundant. I am receiving. I am loving. I am growing. I am moving forward. I am receiving. Because you're because the amount of prayer that you're putting in here, you're gonna start to receive massive amount of abundance. Like a lot of you guys in the collective, you're growing, you're healing, you're manifesting. Bittersweet. Things are gonna take time. Healing's not easy. It really isn't. It isn't easy healing from drama, trauma, bad relationships, bad family, bad friendships, whatever this is here that somebody feels bittersweet about. Like, you're growing. Somebody doesn't like watching you guys grow. And things might not be as easy. That's another thing, collective. Like, if you're trying to produce a company or a business, or even trying to create an idea, um things may not seem like they're moving or going as fast as you would like them to go. Don't beat yourself up about it, though, because things take time. Anything that's perfect, or I was gonna say, anything that seems like it's perfect is gonna take time. But everything takes time. Like, Rome wasn't built overnight. So even self-love and self-healing takes time. Even getting letting go of grief, like including letting go of grief, that doesn't ever really go away. You kind of just learn how to deal with it better, if that makes any sense. rejection. So this makes sense with social social acceptance. When I saw on the paper on the side of me, it says social acceptance, and then I see this card, rejection. So collective, like, you're healing, you're going through some kind of a growth spurt. At the same time, people are feeling rejected and left behind. Like, you have no time for them, or you're not making time for them, or you don't want to be around them. If there's a reason why you're not making time or not trying to be around others, I'm pretty sure you got a good reason why. Because someone expects, like, you have others around you who want something from you, collective. Like, you have those around that want stuff from you, but you're going through this healing process and you're refusing to let the, the old trash come back in. Never let anyone hold you hostage to your past. And never allow someone to tell you you can't be different. Because you have perseverance. You are pushing forward. You are making heavy moves right now. And for those of you that are still trying to struggle, are struggling and still trying to find your way, you're going to find your way, and you're going to get out of whatever this stagnant energy that you feel you're stuck to. Because the only reason why a lot of us are stuck is because we keep ourselves mentally stuck instead of believing that we can do something. Right, like I said, a lot of you are struggling with self-worth. If somebody told you that you weren't good enough or you weren't worth it, that was a lie. And a lot of the time, if you heard this, is because they're jealous that they could not have you, or they could not get you to do something that they wanted. When you're going through a healing process, collective, you're going to always deal with people who are gossiping and are trying to slander your name, put you down, make you feel bad, paint a vision, an image of you that is not the greatest. But that's the same people who are spreading gossip, lies, and vindictiveness because they don't know how to deal with their own trauma. So whoever in the collective, like all of you that are healing right now, mind, body, and spirit, who are purging out with the old and in with the new, that's energies, that's people, that's situations. I don't care what the hell it is. Like, if it doesn't serve a purpose in your life, you're kind of throwing it away. But at the same time, you're going to be dealing with gossip. You're going to be dealing with those that want to come and try to tell others something negative about you so that someone just doesn't work with you or doesn't come to you or doesn't want to date you or be around you or be friends with you because someone's out here talking caca. But at the same time, collective, like you're healing mind, body, spirit, soul, thoughts. It's a healing of mind, body, and soul today, huh? Mind, body, soul, and spirit. Service. A lot of you could be working in the in social media right now, in the public. You're a great service to others. Whether you're a service to someone right now or service to others in the community, people come to you for everything. They depend on you. People just love being around you guys, which is probably why you're going through some kind of a healing purge of the mind, body, soul, and spirit. I'm gonna keep saying it, and I'm gonna keep saying it. We're going through a transformation, a glow up, a healing, and it's time now. Now it's time to get our pentacles, get our worth, get our respect, get our being heard. Mind, body, soul, and spirit. If you ever feel like you need to connect with somebody, Source is like the perfect person to talk to. Although you may think Source is not speaking back, Source knows how to speak back to you in every possible way, form, shape, ways that you wouldn't even expect. For a person that says Source doesn't speak to me, well, then that means that you're not praying enough, baby. Or I can't feel, when Source is trying to direct me, your discernment's off. That means you need to get more into prayer. Mind, body, soul, and spirit. Mind, body, soul, and spirit. So, collective, mind, body, soul, and spirit. You guys are healing, purging, clearing out old energy, and embarking on new energy. Luck is here. This is the clover, four-leaf clover. It says luck, gambling, opportunity, chance, hope, and small happiness. Collective, you're healing. You're purging. So much luck is coming in your direction. You should be happy. Smile. Hug yourself a little bit. Oh, geez, that jumped right out. Well, alrighty then. Collective, mind, body, soul, and spirit. This says 20. Look it. Earlier, I saw 222 when I was conversating and talking to you guys. Now we got the number 2 and the number 20. So this says, for garden, it says public network, group audience, fame, and outdoors. I'm telling you, collective, this, whatever amount of healing, mind, body, soul, spirit, whatever you're purging and releasing is allowing new doors to open for you. You have 2 and 22. We have clever and we have garden. I mean, clover and we have garden. So there's luck, there's networking, there's audience. A lot of you could be in social media. You can have a platform, but you're about to start healing mind, body, soul, and spirit because you're going through a healing process, because you're going through a purge, because you're allowing yourself to do the I can, I am, and I will mantras, because you're beginning to be more forgiving to others that have hurt you, and more accepting and more obedient and more humble, because you're humbling yourself when it comes to things that are out of your control. You are taking things like a champ. 11, that is a major number. That's a master number. So you can either have a life path 11 or just be 11 or have 11 in your chart, numbers, birthday, however 11 resonates to a lot of you guys. Yet again, 1 and 1 is 2. So now you have 2 to 2, like I said earlier. So it says conflict, debate, hard work, abuse, pain, and physical activity. So a lot of us in the collective did experience conflict and debates and hard work, abuse, pain, and physical activity. So a lot of us had to purge and get past the bullshit. Sorry, collective. I'm going to say it how I see it. In order to have whatever this upcoming energy is going to be. So like 222 energy showing itself right now very clear. This is a level up. This is a new life. This is abundance, blessings, stability. This is career. This is community. This is a level up. But somebody's trying to stop it. They don't like it. They don't want this forward movement. This is someone who clearly needs to heal. This can also say that for a lot of you that are going through some kind of a healing process, go outside, hug a tree, stick your feet in the grass, throw yourself in some water, pray. it's going to be hard to start a company. It's going to be hard to start a business. It's going to be hard to start to get something from, out of nowhere. Ooh, confirmation again. It's going to be hard to get something going and from out of nowhere. But once it gets going, it's unstoppable. You have 36 and cross. It says duty, burden, big problem, grief, religious, faith. So somebody does not like somebody does not like your forward movement, collective. Mind, body, soul, and spirit. You're healing, and you got people around you that are not healing, that might need you to teach them how to heal. Collective, you might need to teach someone how to heal. Healing is letting go. Healing is learning to say when something doesn't need to keep bothering you anymore. Healing is when saying, I forgive you despite what you did to me. That doesn't mean I need to let you back into my circle so you can keep hurting me. That just means that I forgive you enough to forgive myself for letting you hurt me. And I'm going to release that energy by letting you go. I don't know how to say it. You don't keep enemies around you that are not serving your betterment. I don't know. But you got people who are big mad. Somebody's big mad. I heard big mad because I saw big problem and grief and religious and fate and burden and duty. Like somebody feels some type of way because you're not taking care of them, collective. You went over here, collective. You went over here and healed. You went over here and healed. You healed your mind, body, soul, and spirit, collective. You said, I'm going to heal myself. And I'm going to not let people talk to me however they feel like talking to me no more. You said, no, honey, no. It's just a no. You took your power back and you made people mad. You started making vision boards and you started making people bad. You started making goal plans and that started making people bad. You closed the gap on people, collective, and not people mad. Somebody was trying to keep y'all stuck, collective. You over here trying to heal and become a better, more brighter version of yourself, labyrinth, and somebody wanted to keep you stuck in this maze. It's them people you left behind. You said, I forgive you, I'll pray for you, and I'm going to leave you right there. Sovereignty. Oh, baby. Treasures. Your received man. Collective, congratulations on your healing process. You are beginning to receive all your pentacles, your abundances, your blessings. Anything that is meant for you is on its way to you because your treasures are coming in. You will start to reap them rewards, collective. Whatever you've been dreaming about is becoming reality, collective. When a lot of us struggle to speak on things that hurt us, it's not so much that we don't want to talk about it. It's just a matter of like, why keep bringing up the pain? As I said, that cleanse. Simplicity and challenge. You're challenging yourself in the moment, collective. You're also putting yourself in a predicament where you're doing things by yourself. You like the simple things in life. You could be cleansing your spaces more. You could have been throwing out. It's a purge. So basically, you might have been just saying out with the old and in with the new. You might have thrown out a bunch of stuff that didn't deserve any purpose to be in your house anymore. You could have got rid of a bunch of people. You're pushing yourself in a direction that you never thought you would push yourself in or felt comfortable pushing yourself in, but now you're in a position where you're challenging yourself to make these necessary changes, even though you like things to be kind of simple and and easy accessible, or you don't like to do things that kind of get you out of your comfort zone. It seems like you're moving past that mindset because you're getting out of your comfort zone. You're definitely getting out of your comfort zone, and you're finally taking chances, um, and making necessary moves. But you have this energy around you that does not want you to change, that does not want you to grow. It's a stagnant energy. I would advise a lot of you guys, if you are going through a healing mind, body, and soul spirit, outside of your fasting, and outside of your detox baths, and outside of your detox teas and your meditation, I would definitely cleanse your spaces. If you haven't already cleansed them, I would re-cleanse them, because someone is trying to tamper or interfere with whatever this change you're trying to create in your life, or whatever this manifestation you're trying to bring into your life. Someone is trying to disturb or interrupt that. Solitude. You're creating silently and to yourselves. You're on your own right now, collective. Whatever you're creating in your personal space right now, keep it to yourself, until it's ready to be shown to the world. Because right now, spirit wants you to stay silent. Spirit wants you to stay alone and to yourself, because spirit is working on you. And spirit's gonna allow all these great things to come into your life that you're trying to manifest, because you're doing what you need to be doing as an obedient being, by doing your manifestations, your mantras, your purging, your healing, your fasting. A lot of you could be seeing butterflies, red birds, hawks, butterflies. I think I said butterflies already. That's like a clear indication that you're healing. I'm seeing a lot of like water, and then I'm seeing a lot of like coloring. So if you're trying to understand where to go for a healing right now, I would advise you, if you're living in a warm location right now, to go to the beach and take off your shoes and plant your feet in the water, and pray. Or if you can have someone go with you and dump you into the water and pray over you, that will allow for a water blessing, or baptismal in a sense. Collective, there's some things that's going on with you guys that it needs to be purged, but cleansed, and not purged, cleansed. It needs to be cleansed. Your spirit needs a cleansing. Drawing, coloring, paint. I'm telling you, the best way to get through healing when it comes to mind, body, and soul is reconstructing your mind. Take your mind off of the things that are crowding it, and focus it on things that are going to bring you blessings and abundance, but also distract your mind. So singing, dancing, painting, drawing, writing, music. A lot of the time when you beat yourself up about things you have no control over, is because your mind is stuck doing nothing. So it's got nothing but time to think. And so what it's going to do is it's going to keep thinking about things that are negative. So if you change that mindset by focusing it on things that make more sense for your life, on entertainment, pure bliss, a job. So if you're trying to open up an establishment, focus your mind on that, and don't allow the negative stuff to kind of get in your way right now. And if the job is kind of the thing that's kind of stressing you out at the moment, I would kind of sit back then and kind of leave it alone for a second, and do your 30, 60, 90. Write down what you want to see for the next 3 months. come into your life, or maybe get picked up or change, or things that need to be redone, you need to build yourself a goal plan so that you can know what to start working on, and start fixing the things you do have control over right now. Spirit, what do you have to say to the collective before I close them out with their mind, body, soul, and spirit, purging out with the old and in with the new? Collective, spirit wants you to know that what boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationships. So this came out for someone else yesterday, which is funny. It says, to create more healthy boundaries, we must first get in tune with our own needs, desires, and feelings, and believe we are worthy of them. In your relationships, it's essential to know where they end and where they begin. So today, when we separate our energies from others, we gain clarity about what we really want. Then we stop doing the things that no longer align with ourselves. I'm telling you, if you are an empath, you can still be compassionate towards others without taking on their stuff. If it is safe to trust, that you are not here to fix everyone. I think I said that in the last reading. I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again. You can't fix anyone, and you can't fix everyone, and not everyone's problem is your problem. Not everyone's meant to go with you, collective. It says, today's mantra: I have everything I need within me now, and so do they. I am worthy of my needs, and I will set boundaries based on what is best for me. That is a great collective for mind, body, soul, and spirit. One more collective before we one more spirit before we close the collective out. Do I believe I am worthy? It says you are worthy, you are deserving, and you are loved. Start seeing the divine beauty within you and go out and claim the life you have dreamt of. Your crown has been bought and paid for. Put it on your head and wear it. It says today's mantra. Today's action. It says, for a big goal or dream you have, ask yourself, do I feel worthy of this? And then your mantra is, I am worthy of it all. Like I said, the I can, I am, and I wills. For your mind, body, soul, and spirit to be healed, you have to believe that it can be healed with the I can, I am, and I will mantra. And then let's see. And I will close you guys out with this one. I am willing. No, it says, am I willing? And it says, you are on the edge of something great. I've been saying that. Can you feel it? Yes, there's a risk. Uncertainty and imperfections are ahead. Failure is certain, and a vulnerability is a requirement. We already know we got to be vulnerable. You must be brave and trust yourself more than ever before. You will reach the dreams, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level of belief and willingness in order to move forward with courage. Like I said, be brave, follow your heart, compassion, and lift the lid of your own dreams. Today's mantra is, it's possible. So like I've been saying, today with your close out for nurturing your mind, body, soul, and spirit. Collective, it's okay to say when you're not okay. And it's okay to say when you need help. And don't feel afraid to say you need help. Everyone is going through something. Not everyone is perfect. We are all experiencing something. But you are not alone. So, you're healing. You're growing. Great things are coming. You're manifesting. Your biggest mantras you can ever take with you are I can, I am, and I will. And know that you can do, defeat, and be anything you want to be. I hope I wasn't rambling too much. With that being said, I'm asking Indigo. This is the Small Business Network. And until next time, we will speak again.